familiar with the phrase stuck in limbo? Being in a void-like area where you don't know what's going to happen next. So, what is video game limbo? There's a bit more to video game limbo than having nothing to play or having nothing new to play. I mean, take a look at my PlayStation profile. I have over 580 games and I've probably played 20 to 30 of them total. So, why is there still nothing to play? Well, let's take it back. 2013. 10 years ago. Games like GTA 5, Black Ops 2, and Battlefield 4 were your big three at the time. Majority of people were playing on a console. Gaming PCs weren't as scattered as they are now. Hell, some of us were lucky enough to even have internet. Not having internet obviously meant you would have to have your games on a disc, which made going to GameStop always fun. Being able to go into a GameStop and picking like 5 Xbox 360 games for 20 bucks was the highlight of any kid's day. I was one of those kids. I had a lot of Xbox 360 games on disc, and I would play each and every one of them repeatedly, multiple times, multiple story playthroughs, getting achievements. When I say I would play anything, I would play anything. If I saw it for like $1 at GameStop or like $5, I would get it, even if it was shit. Some of these titles I remember, like Mirror's Edge, Medal of Honor, Homefront, and Rainbow Six Vegas, you don't even hear about them anymore. The 360 at this time was the pinnacle of gaming. Yeah, I didn't forget about the PS3, but let's be real, the Xbox 360 was the most fun. Yeah, I know we didn't have free online, but well, fuck you. Everyone was excited to hop on the 360 after getting home from school, and people could play a game all day and not get bored within the first 30 minutes. Games weren't force-feeding you battle passes or pay-to-win weapons or $30 skins every day. If you wanted a cool weapon or skin though, you would actually have to play the game. Actual gaming nerds made games, not some get-rich-quick old people. This isn't a nostalgia feeling. In fact, games were better 10 years ago. If you want to compare games today, let's look at how Call of Duty is doing. They released the same game 2 years in a row. They did a Control-C, Control-V, and that's not an exaggeration. It's literally the same game. Grand Theft Auto 5, how's that going? Is it dead yet? No. We're still getting overpriced micro DLC in the game, and it should have been in the game years ago. $6 million for a fucking cop car? What about Minecraft? How has it stood the test of time, being the most popular game ever? Oh yeah, well, it's got terrible management and disappointing updates. Real quick, what did Microsoft add in the last 2 Minecraft updates? Exactly. Besides companies ruining their own titles, the way of gaming in general has changed drastically. If you take a look, every kid now has a PC, and they're all playing their games for free. I mean, it's not a bad thing that they're playing games for free, but they won't experience the struggle of the M2AF message, trying to get an Xbox Live Gold card off of some random on your friends list. The majority of people are also sitting on a desk behind monitors and a nice gaming chair. Some of us were lucky to have a flat screen 10 years ago. Do you remember the box TVs? Yeah, it's better now, but that's an experience people won't have. One of the worst things to ever happen to gaming is battle passes. Every game has to have one, and every game also has to have a meta, or a build, or a class setup that'll be nerfed into the fucking dirt just to be replaced by another meta a couple months later for the same thing to happen again. Rinse and repeat. I could go on and on about how video games are now versus how they were 10 years ago, but this video is about why we're stuck in video game limbo. We're conflicted. There's so many games now that make you feel like you have to constantly play to stay up to date with them, like Siege, or COD, or Overwatch, or Fortnite, or Apex Legends, or Dead by Day. I could go on. There's so many titles trying to compete with each other to be your game. I'm guilty myself of trying to like balance Call of Duty and Fortnite and Rainbow Six Siege to keep my level up and try to get all the battle passes maxed out and try to just stay relevant with the game. Honestly, that sucks. And that is gaming limbo. We want to play other titles. We want to be able to play games we wanted to play as kids. The only way to do that is just stop caring. It's okay if you suck ass at a new game. You don't have to have the good KD like you did on Black Ops 2. You're competing with kids who are going through the same shit we're going through years ago. 10 years from now, they're going to be looking back thinking the same thing. We already had our golden years of gaming. We just gotta appreciate that. Like, we don't have to force ourselves to play these new games. For anyone who agrees with that and who wants to try to reignite their joy in gaming again, turn your Wi-Fi off for a few days, or a week, or 2 weeks even. Play all the games that you thought you couldn't play now. Like for me, Assassin's Creed and Skyrim. I loved them as a kid. I loved the open world games, but I can't see myself playing it now because I'm trying to stay up to date with current games. Like, all I play now is just Siege or Call of Duty. It's just a back and forth. And yeah, back then, majority of the games I played was Black Ops 2 and GTA 5, but I could play other games and actually have fun on it. Games weren't requiring you to keep playing. They weren't shoving shit down your throat. They weren't showing you that, yeah, if you miss this season, you're gonna be shit next season because there's, oh, this, and that's getting added. It just needs to stop. If a game is gonna be live service and it's gonna be around for a while, yeah, add stuff, but don't add it every single week. Gaming limbo only exists because we make it exist. And we have to say to ourselves that we're not missing out on these new games. These battle passes don't matter. You're not missing out on a cool skin. You're not missing out on a new weapon. You're not missing out on this. Play what you like. Don't play it because everybody else is playing it. Don't play it because there's a new skin out or like the game's free and like, oh, yeah, free game, I'm gonna make that my whole life. Yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed my little rant here and definitely want to see more, subscribe, like below, and also big shout out to Masinik for the inspiration for this idea. Like, me and him sit in a call and we'll just talk about this shit and I decided to make a video about it. So yeah, go play a game. Go play something you wanted to play. I'm gonna go play Assassin's Creed Syndicate after I get this video done. So, yeah. Fuck this new era of video games.